Welcome back, world. In this segment, we'll dig into our fully deployed gaming analytics pipeline to show you how you can poke around its various components so you can modify it for whatever your game's needs and purposes are. Welcome back, world. John Diaz, technical designer for GameTech, along with Thomas Horton, our solutions builder for AWS. In the last episode, we left off having deployed our gaming analytics pipeline solution, this guy, thanks to our CloudFormation template. Now we're going to walk through actually pumping data into the pipeline and then taking a peek into what's sitting in our S3 bucket. Tom, how do we interface with our pipeline now that it's up and running?
Yep. As part of the demo, the CloudFormation template has spun up an EC2 instance that lives inside this VPC. So what we have to do is connect to that instance, and then we can start funneling data through.
Okay.
So
this is a remote computer that we got to pipe into.
yeah, exactly. So I'm going to start off by going to the EC2 page in the AWS console, and then I'm going to open up my instances. One instance should jump out. It has tools instance at the end. It's prefixed with the name of the stack. So Gaming Analytics Pipeline tools instance.
That's awesome. It's the cleanest one, and it does stand out right away.
Yeah. So there's a button to connect up at the top. I'm going to click that. So here is where we're going to get the password for the instance. Remember we made those key pairs from before?
Yep.
I'm going to click Get Password, and it's going to prompt me to upload a key pair. So I can choose a file. I'll go ahead and grab that, hit Open, and then click this Decrypt Password button. So this is going to give you the plain text password.
Copy that guy.
I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and then click Download Remote Desktop File. Click that, and it's going to download what's called an RDP file. And you can click that on Windows and open this up. And it's going to ask for that password. You can paste that right in. Going to click Remember Me and hit OK.
Okay, wow. Okay, so there's a lot more files here than I expected would be.
Yeah, so as part of the CloudFormation template spinning up, we provision this EC2 instance and we put a bunch of files on the desktop to make it accessible for you to run the demo in your own time.
Okay.
So one of the important files is this demo.txt. I'm going to pop that open right here. So this is a script that you can run that will run through everything in the demo. So you can kind of follow along with that.
Oh, this reminds me. Here we're going to call our data generator. And so we host these guys on our GitHub.
Yeah, all of these files are available on GitHub. We're under AWS Labs, under Gaming Analytics Pipeline. We've linked that.
Awesome. So guys, go here, check out the source, play around.
Yep. Everything you need to get started. So I'm going to pop back over to the EC2 instance. Back to this demo script. Okay. The first thing it's asking us to do is to open the command prompt and then switch over to PowerShell. So I'm just going to type that in.
The bigger, badder brother to the command prompt.
Yeah, a little bit easier to get around in there. The next step is to change directories into what we're calling the data generator. So the data generator is the first script in this demo, and it's going to grab some events and then pass them through. And we can jump in and look and see what those events look like here in a second.
Awesome. Okay, great. So the name of our game, then the name of our map, as well as player position, X and Y, the version, and the event, player death.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, in this case, we're tracking player deaths, so they get kind of bucketed by the event type. So you can send anything through and then grab it later in the database. The next step is a pip install command. It installs all the dependencies for the script. We've already done that. It's not very exciting to watch, but if you're following along at home, go ahead and pop that in. Meanwhile, we'll jump on to the next one. So the next step is actually invoking that script that's going to add all of the events to our stream.
Okay.
So this stream or this command is customized for your solution as it spins up. So you'll see that it has the region that you're working in, and then this S parameter is for the stream name, and that's populated with the stream that was created. So I'm going to copy that and paste that into the command line, hit enter, and it will start working. So see, it's sending 100 records at a time, and then it kind of backs off and waits for 5 seconds, then sends another 100.
Okay. And then we can see what this is looking like on the back end in Kinesis.
Yeah. So it's useful for debugging just to kind of follow this through. So if we go back and look at the architecture diagram real quick, what we just did is over in this grayed out area, we were simulating the game servers, and those are sending information to the Kinesis stream. So we can pop open Kinesis, and we should see some activity that corresponds to our events.
If we don't,
something went wrong.
And you owe me a beer.
So we'll open up the telemetry stream. That was that first one. Click monitoring, and you can see a spike over here.
Yeah.
So this is pretty recent, and this corresponds to what we did.
Okay, great.
Right.
Yep, there it is. So the Kinesis stream is working. It did get the data, and now it pumps it out.
Yeah, so the Kinesis stream has worked, and now we have this Kinesis client application that is reading off that Kinesis stream. And we're naming it the S3 connector because it has one job, really, and that is to put things into S3.
It has one job. I expect it to do it well.
Okay. So let's pop open S3.
Ooh, show me what's in the bucket.
And I will go to the telemetry bucket. These buckets get created by the solution, and they're named with the solution stack, some other information, and then this one is suffixed with telemetry. And there's stuff in it, so you already know that we got some results.
Okay.
This top directory, events, is the important one right now. We're going to click that, and you can drill down by date, month, day, hour.
Oh, by hour. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it helps out. So S3, this is kind of the beginning of a data lake. You dump all of your raw data in there, and you can do anything you want with it. Then our solution kind of shows you an example of what to do after that.
Oh, fantastic.
So we have these files. We could download them and look at them.
Yeah, let's take a peek inside. I'm curious what the data is going to look like by this point.
Yeah, so I will save this file. And they're compressed, they're gzip, so we have to open them up.
So let's go ahead, download that, unzip it.
I'm extracting them, and then I can open this up in, I don't want Notepad, I want Notepad++, because it makes it nice.
Nice word wrapping.
Yeah, and then you can see that each of these files is composed of multiple events put together.
Yeah, there's like a good 12 events in here.
Yeah. So these look the same. They have the same fields on them as the raw ones we put before, but there's one real distinction here, and that's at the end. It's the server timestamp. And that is just the time that the Kinesis app processed the record. So it adds it in there so you can look at the latency between when the event happened and when it starts to get processed.
Ooh, I love crunching those numbers, those microseconds to make sure that my bandwidth is at max.
Yeah, it definitely helps debugging to kind of know a little bit more about your landscape and what's happening there. So at this point, we have our records in S3, and we are kind of at this point, and we have kicked off this Kinesis stream. The next step would be to start looking at what's happening in the Redshift database.
All right, so there we go. We've got data in our pipeline. It's sitting in our bucket. And in the next episode, we're going to come back, run that other stream through the Redshift connector, show you what it looks like in our database, and then show off our heat map.
The heat maps.
That guy right there.
Thanks for watching, world. I'm always reading your comments, appreciate your likes, and encourage you to subscribe for more game tech development tricks of the trade.